Hi, I just wanted to come on here to talk vaguely about a slightly controversial topic that I noticed um with relative to events that like reoccurring events, I guess. The 13th anniversary for Sandy Hook just passed. And we just had a couple shootings or a stabbing or something, shooting and stabbing. I just wanted to get on here and talk a little bit about that. Um, I, it's extremely unfortunate that it's just a reoccurring thing that happens. Um, and that there isn't anything in action to prevent any of this, it feels. It feels like the president is just putting all of these, mass everything on a fucking just on a wait list, and when there are like other things that are being talked about and worried about that aren't as important. Obviously, sorry, I just said a whole bunch of nothing. Um, I personally had a thought the other day that I had written down regarding Samantha Rucknow, and I'm gonna butcher this, but Henderson, and other young perpetrators. And this might get taken. I don't think YouTube gives a fuck enough. But I just wanted to propose a thought about young perpetrators. Um, I've personally noticed that many of these things that people are doing, like shootings or just like mass murder things, like that are violent, like just violence, just acts of mass violence, especially when they're younger, are kids generally doing it on suicide missions. Um, I am not saying that that makes it any better because it literally doesn't, but it seems often like kids who have rough backgrounds, who are already planning to do it anyways, they just want to go out with a bang. Like, I feel like, uh, perpetrators, young perpetrators, specifically because that's what my general thought about this is centered around young perpetrators. Um, I feel like most of it is just over influence of the internet, and I feel like many things are way too televised, and it's definitely harmful to for kids, like even teenagers, even like late teenagers, or young adults, or it's honestly just everybody. The internet is a dangerous place for anybody, and especially the influence the internet has on everybody. Um, it's not a secret that like kids see something that they like or something that they have an interest in, and it's only natural for them to want to recreate it. Um, Again, I'm not saying that makes it in any way okay, because it's not, because it's not. Um, I think it's worth mentioning that, like, drug addicts, I feel, because that's the best example I can give currently. Um, Most of these kids aren't actually violent people, I feel, like, from what I know about these people or research that I've done in the past. It doesn't seem like a lot of these people are like inherently vicious or like violent. It's always an influence of something else. Like it's always an influence of something they see on the internet or what communities they're like interacting in or the friends they have. Um and not to be all like, oh, it's the movies, it's the video games, it's the music. To an extent, I believe it is. I believe that many like fiction is way too free sometimes with what they do. I feel like it's a very slippery slope of things that can be televised and things that can't. Um, I think young perpetrators always they just don't want like as I said earlier, and not to reuse my words, I'm just like super tired right now. Um, young perpetrators have this like idea in their head. It seems that they're gonna kill themselves anyways, so they might as well do not what they want to do, but like what they think they want to do. It often appears, or like to me at least, makes me consider the fact that maybe see, I don't know how to word it. Um, I feel like these people just don't want to be forgotten. I feel like these people are people who felt invisible their whole lives, and it's their way of like making their mark or whatever. Um, I'm not true crime, like I'm not in any of that. I just figured because I just figured I'd share. Um, I feel like it's very easy in the past. I get like I used to indulge in a lot of things like that. It's a very easy thing to get sucked into when you see and notice or read anything or see anything on a perpetrator or just anybody and see like yourself in it. I feel like it's a very, very dangerous rope to cross. Um, it's it's definitely a very specific um type of feeling you get from these things. Um, I yeah, I just wanted to share. I think I watched a video the other day on this guy who went out on like a stabbing spree and he like wasn't from America. I forgot where he was from. I feel like somebody's gonna know what I'm talking about. Um, he had like this friend on Roblox and they both were stabbing people but never met and they were kind of gay. Um, and yeah, it's crazy. I feel like that case is getting more talked about and the stupid, not stupid, but like the stabbing that just happened like really reminded me of that. So I thought that was kind of crazy. Um, at this point, I'm just stalling to reach the 10-minute mark so that YouTube won't butcher me. Um, yeah, I moved. I know that everybody knows that already, but I have like I'm in a little place now. Um, I miss my old bedroom. I This room is too big. It's scaring me. I get scared. No. Um, yeah. Uh, I also cut my hair. I don't think anybody cares, but it looks like really bad right now, but I promise usually it's not that bad. I was trying to look at that. Um, usually it doesn't look this bad. I'm thankful that my computer camera sucks so bad that like you can't like make out how bad it is. Um, yeah.